Hi everybody, this video we're going to simplify rationals. This is something that you may or may not have seen in Math 3. It kind of gets cut if we're running out of time, but it's definitely going to come up in the next couple of days. So first of all, rationals, as you should know by now, means that there's an expression where x is in the denominator. Whenever you are adding fractions together, you can only add them or subtract them with the same denominator. So that's like the main rule. Now, we want them to have the least common denominator. So one thing to keep in mind is whether or not your denominators are already the factored form or if we need to factor them. This example, my denominators are linear, so that's as small as they're ever going to get. So the easiest way to get the same denominator is just to multiply by the other denominator, basically. So if this one was x minus 2, this one is x plus 1. In order for them to be the same, I'm going to have to multiply the numerator and the denominator by x plus 1. Whenever you're working with fractions, you have to make sure whatever you do to the denominator, you do to the numerator to keep the value the same. All right, on this side, I'm going to have to multiply by the other one. So now you can tell my denominators are the same because they both have x plus 1 times x minus 2. So that is my common denominator. I'm simplifying this into just one fraction. So my denominator is x plus 1 times x minus 2. Now, where I actually do the work is in the numerator. So we just have to remember to distribute. This 3 needs to get multiplied to that whole thing, and this positive 4 needs to get distributed as well. So the numerator over here will be 3x plus 3. Over here, it'll be 4x minus 8. And now I can add those together. So 7x minus 5, combine like terms. All right, so the same thing with number 2. These are already linear, so they cannot get any smaller. So I'll have to multiply this side by x plus 2. And I'll have to multiply this side by x plus 6. So my common denominator is x plus 2, x plus 6. And now I need to work out my numerators. So this one will be 2x plus 4. And this one, what I like to do when I'm subtracting is I like to change that to addition and put the negative on the numerator. So this way, this helps me remember to distribute that negative sign. So that would be minus 5x minus 30. And now I can combine like terms. So that would be negative 3x minus 26. All right, next example. I can tell that this is linear, but this is quadratic, which means I can probably factor this. So factors of negative 8 that add up to 2, that would be x plus 4 and x minus 2. So you can see in this case, they both actually already have an x minus 2. So I don't need to multiply anything by x minus 2 because they both already have it. What I need to do is multiply this first one by x plus 4. So I can tell both of my denominators are the same because now they both have x plus 4 and x minus 2. And I still just need to work this out. So that would be 6x plus 24 plus the 1. All right, so same thing with example number 4. This is already linear, but this is quadratic. So I'm going to try to factor that. So 2 times negative 6 is negative 12. If it's negative, my signs are different, and I'm looking for a pair that combines to negative 11. So that would be 1 and negative 12. So x plus 1, x minus 12, and then I'm going to divide that leading coefficient out. So this one would become 2x plus 1. That one becomes x minus 6. So I can see they both already have x minus 6 in common. So what this one needs is 2x plus 1. So my denominators are the same. Now I just need to multiply. And again, because I'm subtracting this, I'm going to move that negative sign so that when I distribute, I remember the negative sign. All right, combine like terms. All right, so another example that's going to come up is, let's say we just have, you're adding by just a whole number, something that has no denominator. You're just going to have to keep in mind that the denominator is 1, so you are still going to have to multiply to get the denominators the same. So my common denominator is x minus 4. I'm going to multiply, combine like terms. All right.